videos in like 1 hour. I think that is poppin'. Anyway, welcome back to another episode of Life with Laines. You can call it Lane, however you prefer. Laine is how we say our name in Spanish, though it's actually French, and the French pronunciation is laine. It means wool. So I'm technically a sheep. Anyhow, this is the 5-minute story of how the quarantine separated my husband and I. Are you ready? Good, because I'm not. It is a tearjerker for me. Probably not the rest of you, but for me it definitely is. On February 3rd, I said goodbye and farewell and see you later to my husband, the love of my life. I boarded a plane, a Delta plane. I love Delta, just saying. And I took 3 flights to get back to the United States of America and New York, where my family lives, and decided I was going to be staying in the States for roughly 2 months so that I could work. I had told my husband 1 week. In 1 week, I will be back if things don't work out. It was very, very hard to leave him. It gets harder every single time. And this time around, we had even more reason to be very sad. But unfortunately, you can't do that much without money, and we needed money. So I returned to the States with the intention of working, getting my hair cut, which I did, and eating some pizza. Those were like my reasons for going back to the States. Well, all of that was fine and dandy until roughly the second week of March. Things were getting crazy with the COVID-19, and I know we're all tired of hearing about it, but I like to hear what other people are going through in this time. Not necessarily like all the crazy stuff of COVID-19, but like the human stories of what is happening. And I defied it. I said, I know I'll get quarantined when I come back. I won't be able to work for 2 weeks. But I'm leaving on March 31st. I'm going to go be with my husband because I have to. And for those of you who do not know, we got married April 9th, and our plan was to spend that first anniversary together as anybody would want to. And let's just say up until about a week ago, I was pretty strong on my game. I am currently working in the healthcare system, working, scared, anxiety, stress levels really high, totally realizing the magnitude of this pandemic, and yet still booking forward, running ahead with my plans to go and travel to the Dominican Republic. Until more and more people started saying, don't go, don't go, don't go. And I kept being like, no, I'm going. But I can only be defiant for a certain amount of time, and I can only defy and ignore logic and wisdom for so long. So my husband and I made the difficult decision that the most responsible thing for our health, the nation, the world, in compliance with being a healthcare provider and promoting social distancing and quarantine, but not doing it myself. We had to decide to cancel/postpone my trip, and I do not know when I'm going back down there next, and that kills me because he's entering his internship soon, and it's very plausible that in April, the month of April, will be our only time to be together to actually be together. When he's in his internship, I probably won't see him very much if I am down there. So it was a huge sacrifice to make. I cry maybe once a day. Sometimes I go 1 day without crying, so that's nice. And then the next day after making the decision to not go back down to the Dominican Republic, the Dominican borders were closed to all travel for 2 weeks, including the 31st of March. And the way things are looking right now, it's not getting better down there, and probably not here either. So I think we made the best call, but it's been really difficult, and it's just one of those things that I never wanted to happen before. Never ever wanted to be separated by this obstinate no, you can't go. And I like just the freedom of being like, oh yeah, I can go whatever I want, but now I can't. I can't, and it sucks. So yeah, that's the story of how the quarantine separated my husband and I. Stay tuned because I hope it gets better.